I want to see more women, more people of color on these festival lineups and having uncomfortable conversations with promoters, you know, but I also want to, you know, protect my artists and I just don't want someone, oh, I just want to have a Black woman on the lineup, so I'll just put anybody there. That's not what we're looking for. You know, we need this on all levels. It needs to come from the ownership level. That's why, like, personally for Liaison, like, I have many women on my staff. I purposely went out there because I want more female agents. You know, I want a company that reflects what our values are, what Andrew and I based this thing on. And like I said, if I didn't have someone give me a chunk of a company, I wouldn't have it. So when I eventually leave it, I want to give it to somebody, you know, else that would not otherwise have that opportunity.
You know, I think it's almost easier at this point to become a DJ than it is to become an agent.
100%.
What do you think? What do you think are what's the hallmark of like a great agent? Like for any young people that are like interested in that, what advice would you give them, and what character traits do you think they should develop?
I think tenacity, compassion. You know, artists are very sensitive people. You have to juggle.
I resent that.
You've got to juggle a lot of egos. I mean, sharing art, you know, I remember as an actor, you know, it's like you'd put something out there and you're just waiting for everybody to just completely tear it to shreds, you know, and that can be really difficult. So you're kind of a part-time therapist. You have to also be, you know, protective of yours, you know, having a thick skin. You know, artists will come and go, and you have to learn to not take these things personally. I mean, that was a lesson that took me a very long time to learn that, because I'm very sensitive. But
it's because you're an artist.
I mean, deep down, you know, but I think, you know, I think having passion for what you do is incredibly important. Like for me, you know, I really love it when something just touches my soul. It's easy to talk about. It's easy to sell because it's inside of you, you know. I've never been super motivated by money. You know, of course, we want to be successful, we want to make money, but always it's been about having something that I'm proud of, that I can look at and feel good about. You know, I love my team. I love every single person that, you know, we've chosen to be a part of our family, you know, making these types of connections. So, you know, you have to be tenacious, you have to be hardworking, very detail oriented. You have to be able to balance a lot of stress and anxiety around this job, because you have a constant pressure to deliver results. But when you see someone, you know, have this breakthrough moment, like the first time I booked someone on Coachella and watching, like, and it was a woman, you know, Maya Jane Coles was our first artist that we ever booked on Coachella. And I just remember like the feeling of being on that and finally arriving, you know, and watching this woman who, you know, literally we just became connected online. I mean, I wrote to her, I found her song on YouTube and was just like, I am all about this. Like, this made me feel something, you know, and that's how we started working. And she's one of my longest standing clients, you know, so
I adore her.
Yeah. You know, I think for people that want to get into this, it's like knowing that, like everything else, you can take your passion and it can become your profession, but you know, it is difficult at times. You know, it can become stressful. There's things that you know, want to change, and maybe you know, have to work on how you can figure that out, how you can navigate through this. But, you know, I love my job at the end of the day, you know, even in the ups and downs, even through this pandemic, you know, it's made me realize, you know, how much I do appreciate actually what we have here at Liaison, and it's really special, you know, and now it's just trying to elevate the industry. Like for me, you know, I saw like the Show Must Pause movement, you know, with Jamila Thomas and Brianna Agman from Atlantic Records. You know, these were just two young Black female executives, you know, that were just had a response to George Floyd's murder and put something that actually catapulted a lot of visibility onto the music industry, and how much, we are making money off of Black artists, and how much of the industry is Black artists. And we've got to take time and figure this thing out. Why isn't management? Why aren't all these other places reflective? And I've really appreciated their movement and their dedication to it. And that's been very inspiring for me, and something that I'm trying to bring forward in the dance music community.